Dear Collective, welcome to another music channeling. Please take what resonates. Today's song for today's reading is Ghosting by Ariana Grande. On that note, 2019 could be relevant. 2019, Cancer Rising, even though she's a Cancer Sun, but I was channeling Cancer Rising Collective as well as 6 years ago, and I got this song on the 1st of August. Okay, I'm also tuning into Cancer Rising as well as October 5th. So we're gonna start first with October 5th. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Somebody's crying. Somebody could have cried on October 5th when it comes to you. When it comes collective. If you're new here, I have a speech impediment, okay? But yeah, somebody was crying on October 5th, okay? It could be you, it could be them, okay? About this relationship. For some of you guys, you are twin flames. For others, it's just a deep soulmate connection, whereas something took place that made you cry or made them cry, okay? I've also done past readings when it comes to the song. It will be linked down below. We got this card in reverse. Somebody is not happy right now. You know what? This reading is for people that are in separation and you guys have been separated. If we're going to go based on the song, title in itself, this is ghosting. So this person that could have ghosted you, you could have ghosted them, but I kind of feel like they did the ghosting collective. They're now really in depression, heavy on anxiety. Perhaps they realized it on October 5th, what it really was in terms of this connection, this love, that you guys had something and now they don't have it, okay? If they chose somebody else as well, aka ghosted you, chose somebody else, all of a sudden you're not there anymore. They made a wrong decision, just like the song says. I know you're trying very hard, and the artist is talking about how she missed at the other person. The other person is you, okay? So if somebody ghosted you, you're not there anymore. They chose somebody else. Or even if you ghosted them, but I kind of feel like they did you wrong, collective. They're now, yeah, they're depressed, they have anxiety. Somebody definitely cried. If you cried on October 5th, they also cried on October 5th. I feel like that is a staple month for somebody, okay? All right. You're crying over the connection, over this love. I'm getting like Noah and Allie from The Notebook. When Noah and Allie, they reunite, and she sits at the porch and she reads the diary, basically his journal of their love. And then Allie asked Noah, it was really real, wasn't it? What they had, even if it was short, even if they were just, teenagers in love, that could also be relevant. Whereas like you fell in love when you guys were young. It's been years, okay? It was instant, passionate, and probably immature. How all teenage loves kind of end up, For some of you guys, it could be a first love situation, and now you guys not in each other's life. In reality, I feel like a lot of people, just like the story of Notebook, they would have chosen the, how do I say, let me just say this, like, how Noah's family wanted her to be with Lonnie, the person that was, not poor, had money, well established in society and so forth. Your person could have gone with somebody of that nature, like somebody that wasn't from your background, look like you, act like you, somebody totally different, right? And kind of settled with the other person. And for some of you guys, your person, the soulmate, settled for somebody else. I don't know if it's in that degree where it's like they got married, they have kids. For some of you guys, that may make sense, but I do feel like it's in the sense of they chose somebody else over you, hence you ghosting. They're looking back at their life heavy on October 5th for somebody and realizing that the connection that they have with you was something real, just like how Allie realized, okay? And they're definitely crying over it. Very sad, okay? So let's continue. 6 years ago, no, I think I channeled something else before. Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, somebody is a little bit confused right now. You could be, they could be, whoever has Cancer rising is a little bit disorientated. I wouldn't say confused, they feel disorientated, okay? Like, why is this happening? Why is this coming up? Why am I feeling this way? They don't understand it. They thought that it was locked away. They thought that this feeling was a secret. I don't know. I feel like crying also, low-key collective. Yes, I'm an empath, but I'm also getting the energy of like, as an example, you're with your person, or in this case, your person is with whoever they chose, right? And they thought they were over and done. All of a sudden, they get like a trigger memory of your connection. And from there on, it almost feels like a panic attack. This could be why they feel like it's an anxiety right now. Because thinking of you is making them feel anxiety of what they have lost, okay? So that's relevant for somebody. This is for Cancer rising, okay? Or you get it, okay? I'm also tuning into October 16th, October 6th is also the date still relevant here, okay? I feel like somebody's trying to analyze or look back or look into something as well. I do feel like somebody doesn't understand why things are taking place, especially emotionally, and they want some clarity, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint what it is. For instance, they're with this new person and they're asking them, why are you sad? And your person, or I would say this, that the soulmate can't really explain to them why they're sad over you, because that was like when you guys were kids. That was 6 years ago. That was 2019. But for some reason, out of the blue, just like a adrenaline rush, you came into their mind, they got sad, and now you're like stuck in their mind, and it's creating this, it's messing up their health. I really feel like crying. I do feel like it's a masculine. However, based on the song, it could be feminine that's in this energy that feels this adrenaline anxiety rush when they think of you, what they lost, what they could have had. Why this song is here, I think the lyrics in itself could explain a lot. Now, the artist herself, she wrote this song for somebody that passed away. And she said that when she got into this new relationship, she has dreams about the person that she loved very dearly that passed away. So that could be, if we're gonna go word for word, the background of the actual song in itself, Ghosting by Ariana Grande, right? Sometimes she feels guilty and shameful for thinking of somebody and wishing that she would be with that person, or that person would have been with her. And I believe the person she was together with, Mac Miller, already passed away, and she sometimes get haunted by that memory, their essence, wishing that they would have been there with them instead of who they are with. Okay, now if that's the case, where in your case, collective, because you're here watching this alive, right? You lost somebody that you love, they passed away. You do still think about the person that passed away, wishing that they could have been with you in this lifetime, okay? And you might feel quite shameful or guilty because, you know, it was different with that person. Now, this is just strictly based off the lyrics, okay, and the backstory. You can Google that, okay? If that would make sense. But I feel like my channel messages is much more logical for collective, but let's keep on moving. The 1st of August. So I feel like somebody right now is like very emotional, and the dates that I mentioned specifically during fall time is when people think about you, or the soulmate thinks about you a lot in such a way that it activates their anxiety, okay, what they could have had with you. So anything else based on the cards? I'm sorry that the aesthetic is like, you know, not the best. We got this one in reverse. So the energy between you and them is that there was some disloyalty, okay? They wish that they were loyal towards you. I'm also getting the energy like they hope that you're happy. They're not happy. Whether you ghosted them, they ghosted you, they chose somebody else, they have moved on, and it's been quite some years, quite some time, okay? They're just not happy. They were like, I feel like they're existing. Like, I don't want to pull some shit on them, collective, but I'm also getting the energy of like not being with you. I feel like they kind of got karma, okay? That's how they feel. Not choosing you, not being chosen by you, feel like living without you feels like karma hit them, okay? That's for somebody specific. So yeah, they wish they would have been loyal. They wish they could have built something with you. The numbers could be relevant. They wish that, you know, you could have done more with your relationship. Maybe it was too physical. Maybe it was too... Maybe it wasn't growing. Maybe it was a little bit toxic. Maybe it was a little bit stagnation. But I don't know. Like Ali said to Noah, you know, even if it was a long time ago that you guys were young, you guys were kids, it was really something. You know? Anything else? I'm getting the energy of like, they wish you the best. Okay? I'm also getting this card. Maybe they wish that it kind of feels a little bit selfish. You know, I feel like what this person wants to do if they got the chance, collective, is to redeem themselves. Okay? And high key that you are not in a relationship with whomever you're with, but they also don't have any say in that. This person loves you dearly. Dearly. They just fucked up. They don't expect you to hear them out or listen to them, but they do. But they also have the sensibility of like they don't have any say to do so, especially if they did you wrong, they ghosted you, and if you ghosted them and you chose somebody else, like that's even more of a they have no ground to stand on. Okay. What they want is to make an offer. They want to make this a long-term offer, whether it's moving in together, putting a ring on it, making sure it's you and them again. If it's a masculine, I feel like this is the action they want to go towards when it comes to you. Okay. If they're watching for a feminine, their cards. Collective's cards. If you're watching for a feminine collective, as in a female, they're not happy, okay? They are content, okay? That feminine also settled. How are they feeling for collective? Their person. They feel like the person, if you're watching for a female, they feel like they're settling, they're content. Like if we were to ask them if they're happy, they would be like, yeah, I'm good, right? But what they're feeling for you, collective, this female, this feminine, they want you to be this. Spouses. Together. Forever. If you're watching for masculine, how are they feeling? I feel like I kind of clarified this, but let me just do it one more. If you're watching for masculine, they want to propose to you and wish that you're not with somebody else. If you're watching for feminine, they want to be your wife. Okay? Any cards in terms of watching for masculine? I feel like the separation, like, God is messing up, like, somebody's health, for real. I know it's gonna sound a little bit out there, but ever since that separation, somebody's like, they have chronic anxiety. I want to cry for real. I'm not gonna lie. Anything else in terms of watching for masculine? I'm channeling the energy of like you are their home. Okay, so that's your message. You are their home, collective. Okay. I think we're about to wrap it up. So let's do initials. Any actions? We're gonna, I will leave it up to divine timing, but I'm going to add timeline. So we got first, middle, last initials. There we go. Somebody's name could be Darius. Okay. So first, middle, last initials. I don't think I'm gonna do this reading long. They have done a lot of construction work. Okay. If you've been watching my bonus readings, there's been a lot of commotion, construction work, and the building I love, and the air has messed up the flow when it comes to me, and also my breathing. So there's that. Okay. But yeah, I'm seeing Utah. Darius could be relevant. Something about pillar, or you are their pillar. Okay, collective. Somebody say it could be Rhea. Somebody could be in Aries. You could look very good right now, or every time they're near you, you always feel hot. You look better than the other person. Or I would say this: you look much more grown or hotter than before. Okay. Something about riding, so maybe you like to take a lot of like car rides, or maybe somebody likes to do horse riding, or it could be some sort of sexual situation. Somebody's name is Mira, okay, or somebody could be Hispanic. Something about the moon, I'm seeing a luna here, pina coladas, pineapple, pine cones. Okay, so maybe you guys are like nature pups, or they spend a lot of time in nature thinking about you, reflecting over you. Somebody could have like a hoarse voice. Okay. Something about taking a break from you, or going on breaks together. I feel like somebody wants to like, there's a specific card, I don't remember it, but you know when you go on a little excursion or a hike, not a hike, I feel like somebody wants to like, well, I don't know if you guys did this or you will do this, but I feel like the waterworks is about to be activated. Okay, collective. Take walks with you in nature. and just like recluse. I'm gonna see if I can find a card. Let's see. There's like no music here, so it's like annoying me. But whatever. It's from this deck, so I'm just gonna try to see. This is the image that somebody wants to do. Like the image in itself, like walking. The image. This is the image, okay? So I don't know if you guys did that a lot, or this is what they want to do, or I'm also getting the energy of like spending the rest of their life with you, right? I think Noah and Allie in the Notebook, when they got together, they spent a lot of time in nature, even when they were like young, you know. They were very outdoorsy. Okay, collective. I want to say thank you for watching, and yeah. So we are about to wrap it up. Thank you so much. Again, check out the past readings if they make sense. Okay. So there's no number, but there's about to be some sort of information. Okay. From the soulmate, okay, or these soulmates. Number 2 could be relevant. Think hours, days, weeks, months, okay? I don't know, I feel like somebody might also cry showing up as well. So one of you guys are going to have a discussion and somebody will be so overwhelmed that they will start to cry. I feel like there's like so much pent up energy. Number 6 could also be relevant as well. Same thing, hours, days, weeks, months. On the 6th, on the 2nd. On that note, collective, good luck in your journey in life. Thank you for watching again. And yeah, I'm seeing help here. So somebody's getting help. Or they're ready to, either they're asking for help or they got help. Alright. Somebody could work for UPS. So yeah, something about hiding now. Maybe they weren't hiding for a bit and now they're ready to, you know, let's do this. Okay, on that note.